Okay, so basically, you want to know like any doubt in this two parameter. Have you got a
Mm,
clarity in this topic? Cost threshold parallelism and max stop.
okay. So basically, we have most of the companies they have set means they preference to set max stop, and this is parallelism threshold. Like according to MS SQL or according to their uh, servers hardware.
No, no, no. Basically both factor is we can say required. Let's suppose you have a CPU count is a 64 or 32. Okay. So
Okay.
if because generally it's a configuration is 5 only at a time,
Mm-hmm.
when query
Mm-hmm.
will go for the parallel processing, they can utilize only 5 CPU. And let's suppose you have a 64 or a 128 core CPU. It means you are not utilizing complete resource whatever available into your server. So basically you have to modify, you can say, max degree of parallelism on basis of your like
Mm-hmm.
a query sets. Basically, first parameter is cost threshold. It means how much subtree cost we can say those queries are part of parallel processing. And max degree, how many core and CPU can participate to entertain parallel processing, parallel query.
Okay.
So basically, let's suppose your configuration is one by default one. Okay, it means what? Each and every query will go for this single processing. It means let's suppose I started work session 51 and another person has started 52 and he already occupy one core CPU. So they will wait till completion of 51. You got? And if we have 64 or 16 core CPU configuration mentioned into the max degree of parallelism, it means one go with a one CPU and second query go with a second CPU. Okay? It means at a
Yes.
time multiple person can start processing of those query.
Okay, Bhaiya. Understand.
And cost threshold, like let's suppose query like you can say criticality or you can say query how we can observe this query is a very expensive for me. So on basis of query cost basically in
Yes.
last query I already explained it's a straightforward they are doing a order by. You can see query cost is a 495. So it means if we configure subtree like a max degree of you can say cost threshold is a 4. It means what? If I mention cost threshold 4, it means this query should be part of parallel processing. And second configuration will say how many CPU can utilize to process your query. It means both parameter is a correlated to each other. Okay, let me paste here. First is required this. If I'm saying subtree cost is 4, it means we are saying this query should be part of parallel processing. But this is saying how many parallel CPU are involved to process this query. So this is a correlation between this. If I will update this value with a 10, okay,
Okay.
it means if let me reconfigure required to update a value. Okay, so if I'm going with this, and if you can execute this query will not go for the parallel processing because I mentioned subtree cost should be more than 10 or equal to 10, and our
Mm-hmm.
subtree cost is a 4 point something only. So if you can check here, now plan is a different, and you can say only one core CPU is processing and no parallel processing operators are listed here. Okay, if I will
Okay.
put here 4 because I know this query subtree cost is 4 point something. So if I'm saying more than 4, it means can go for the parallel processing. And if you can check now, you can see how many, you can say it's a parallel processing is going and how many CPUs It's a degree of parallelism only 2. Because if you can check max degree of parallelism, I updated with a 2 only. If I can update is a 4, it means I have a 4 core CPU. To execution of this query, they will use 4 core. Initially, it's a 2 core only, and now you can see 4 core are processing. Are you able to see third? You can say tooltip. Degree of parallelism
Yes,
is
Priya.
4. So
Yes,
basically,
Priya.
these both parameter is correlated to each other basically. And let's
Okay.
suppose you configure with a 4, but you want only one CPU should be processed because manually I want to execute my query with a SSMS. So basically, what I'm thinking, I don't want to use multiple CPU because I'm doing a testing only. So I'm going with a one CPU. So this query will also not go for the parallel processing because I mentioned forcefully I'm hinting a relational engine to go with a one. You can see nothing. And if I can go straight forward, this query will go for the parallel processing. Are you able to see? You can see
Yes, Priya.
parallel processing. So I think no any doubt in this. So can we proceed
Yes,
with the
Priya.
next topic?
Okay, Priya.
Okay, so today we'll thought like start the next topic is in a performance tuning. So many points are there. So if any issue you are facing, we'll try to cover those points in a parallel each and every session. Okay, but
Okay.
today most important basically we are going with a log shipping. In log shipping, you can see interviewer is asking what is a tough file and what is a work file. Okay, you
Yes.
you know this. So if and what is a tough file and what is a work file? Am I audible?
Yes, yes,
Hello?
yes. Yeah, yes, Priya. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, Priya.
Yeah, could you please explain what is a tough file and what is a work file? Basically, it's they are asking in an interview what is a tough file and work file. So if you can explain your understanding, and after that I can proceed and to explain this part.
Okay, Priya. Priya, basically, tough file is a transaction under file.
Yep.
Yeah, basically, it is only used for log shipping. And WRK is associate only with log shipping. Actually, when on our primary server uh, in log shipping, when backup happen, so it will copy it on secondary server.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So when backup is copying on second server, so it is create WRK files.
So work file, I think you are familiar, but let me explain both so that you will clear with understanding.
Okay.
Tough file, transaction undo file. Basically, this tough file is creating when we are configuring as log shipping into the standby mode. So if we can set up into the restoring mode, they will not create this tough file. Okay. And tough file, it's a hold. You can say uncommitted transaction. Let's suppose I started up, we can say backup, and in the same time, I started updating some record with a begin transaction. Okay. Let's
Okay.
suppose I started update command with a my large transaction table, and that will take 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Let's suppose assume 10 minutes. And my log shipping plan, every 5 minutes, we are taking a log backup. Okay. So when
Okay.
I started like a transaction, let's suppose I started 1 second before while they start triggering backup activity. So they got to know some transaction is uncommitted because they started with a begin run. Okay. So what they can
Okay.
do, whatever data is there in uncommitted state, let's suppose we have a 1 lakhs record and 50,000 already updated, but it's not fully commit into the database. So they will keep those data into the top file, like a 50,000 record. whatever updated, and they will copy, they will put into the same backup drive. Okay, and they will place,
Okay.
once again they will place into the, you can say, target also, a standby server.
Okay.
If next time, let's suppose next time they once again started after 5 minutes and they got this transaction is already committed, then they will mark with a same, it's a committed only. Let's suppose second time I want to increase time is a 15 minutes. Whatever query I started executing, that will take 15 minutes. So first time they applied, they have a undo file. Initially they got 50,000 of record is uncommitted. They placed into the TUF. Second time they once again started and they got that period they updated only 25,000 record. So in TUF file you will get 75,000 record into the your TUF file. But final stage when they will come for the third backup, they got this queries committed. So they will sync with a committed and they will mark this record is committed, and only end user can see committed data. You got my point?
Yes.
So this is a top file. Work file, how top file is helping into the log shipping. So log shipping in a all setup, you can say go for the standby mode or a restoring mode. Both
Yeah.
mode work file are creating.
Okay.
But what is the main difference? Let's suppose I backupped and my backup log backup size is, let's suppose, 50 GB. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And when I started like a copy, so they will start copy with a work file. If your file is not fully copied, so you will be get you will get, you can see, transaction log file in form of work file. So no more TRN file, only work file is available at the time of copying of data. Copying, you can say, log backup from source to target. Why they are putting a name with a work? Because when they will try to start restoring those file, they will pick up a start like a those file. Let's suppose I started restoring after 5 minutes, and after 5 minutes I didn't completed my copy command. So if tran file is already copied directly, then what will happen? They will start restoring and they got to know this file is not, you can say, it's in a corrupt state basically. So that's why they are initially copying with a work file and after final completion they are renaming with a transaction, so that like a restore activity will not pick up those file. You got my point?
Yes, Bev.
So this is a main difference, and you know how we can go for the log shipping basically. So
Yes,
if
Bev.
you want, I can set up a log shipping, but what will cover? I will cover reverse log shipping mainly. And
Okay.
why will cover reverse log shipping? Let's suppose for your case, your data size is 5 terabyte. Initially, I
Mm-hmm.
started a setup of log shipping, and I got to know my primary server is crashed due to disk damage, disk corruption. Okay. So what
Okay.
we can do? You can start I'm not going for the description because it's a problem. I'm saying some issue came into the primary and my primary server is not available for now. So I restore my database into the full recovery mode and I start expose secondary server as a primary server to application. So they start
Mm-hmm.
using. After some days, after 5 days, you got to know your primary server came back. So now you want log shipping should be in place. So what should be process? Once again, you will be starting reconfiguring. It means you have to go with a full backup and log backup and start configuring. So let's suppose if our data size is 2 terabyte, so it means it's also expensive. If we are transferring a data from one server, like a DR location to another server, so basically we are wasting a money. If we'll transfer data like a 2 terabyte data from the US to India, so basically we are consuming a network. We are using our infrastructure. So we don't want 2 terabyte data should be copied once again. We have to reconfigure with all data copy from old, you can say it's a primary to secondary or whatever, secondary to primary. So this type of case, you can like just skip while setting, configuring, you can say log shipping into the reverse mode basically. So basically you
Oh,
got the agenda of this reverse log shipping because we don't go for the copying entire data from the old secondary, you can say new primary to once again new old primary server basically. Will not go. Only we can took log backup and we can place and we can reconfigure. Will not take so much time for the reconfiguring. So basically, we want start planning to reverse log shipping so that will minimize effort to copy, backup, restore all this process.
yes, Priya.
So do you want to like move for the log shipping,
Of
reverse
course,
log
Priya,
shipping?
why not?
Okay. So let me proceed. So a straightforward, I'm going for the like it's let's take example for this database only. How many tables are there? Okay, let me check second instance. Any database available with this name? No. So let's start. If you want, I can go with a query, but we have to check how much time they need it. And if you want, I can go for the wizard only. So let me
No,
go for,
Priya,
yeah, yeah, tell me.
which one is better? You
Yeah,
can do it.
so basically, we are doing a one-time activity. So it's not a problem. And steps are same, we can say. We have to write a
Okay.
backup restore command with move, something like that. So I'm going with the straightforward so that will not take so much time. But reverse log shipping, we have to set up those with a manually. We have to do manual some activities. Okay. So I'm going with a ship transaction log, enabling this backup. So I
Yes.
already created a share folder. So let me check here. I have G drive, ls, some ls folder I created. I don't think this is not available. Okay, this is a share folder. So let me search. Okay, any share folder are there? Okay, ls backup. So I'm checking, copy this share path and placing into the share path. And local path, if you want, you can place because we already have this local path. Copy this and place into this. I want go for the like a backup and I will move for the second one day. So I'm going to try with a 20-second, every 20-second log backup so that we have a like a, only for the testing I'm creating this. Next, I'm adding a secondary instance, DR server, and it's a SQL 0 instance. Generating a full backup and we'll restore into the different folder. Let me try to do here is a SQL data folder. I'm going to place this path so that they will create a data file and log file in this path. Okay. And
Okay.
after that copy activity, generally, let me try to copy into the different path. Okay. Sorry. ls backup, I think here is there. So let me create into the F drive one backup. Yeah, backup is there. So I'm copying into the E drive to G drive basically. So configuration is a straightforward, but mainly we have to thought for the reverse. And I'm going with a every 25-second restore process. Okay. And copy process and restore process. I'm going with a restore and disconnecting a user while restoring. And here I'm going for the 30 seconds. So in you can say lag is a 30-second only maximum. Okay. Let
Okay.
me okay and go with it. It's a straightforward one. It's not a what happened. Okay, what happened? Okay, up cannot. Oh, I think some access issue. So it means we have to change. Let me
On
add a,
shared folder.
yes, yeah. So let me add a shared folder access. If drive ls, right? Let me go and add for everyone. I'm not going for the specific so that share is there. Only Rajesh. I'm going to everyone.
But we are most of the time we face these type of problem when we configured log shipping and any other sorry, backup and activities happen. So why this is
Okay, let me explain. Basically, what happened? Whatever SQL instance is running. So what you have to, in a professional way, first your SQL instance login credentials should be different. Okay.
okay?
So if login credential, like let's suppose I'm saying Arun is a ID and those SQL admin, let's example SQL admin. SQL admin can restart login credential for the SQL services. So it
Mhm.
means you have to add a access to a specific SQL login. Don't go with everyone or whatever Rajesh is there. Okay. And only you have to add a, you can say it's a, add read writes, not required any write permission basically. Okay.
Okay,
So why this issue is coming? Because whatever SQL configuration is a different account and you are connecting and configuring with a different account. So basically we are facing this problem. So where is a
okay,
window so that, oh my God, once again we have to set up. I think it's cancelled. If you'll get then, okay, it's a very complicated. Okay. So let me copy ls. This is a path. Main thing is a reverse log setting. It's a straightforward only. Okay. And I'm going this for 20 seconds. Okay, adding a server, connecting SQL second instance. Same. I'm going to, okay, let me try any data files. Data file in this data and log file, both I'm placing into the same place. Copy activities. One backup folder is there, G drive. I'm placing in this place and going with the seconds, 20 seconds. 25 second I'm going. Okay. Restore activities. Standby mode disconnected and going with the 30-second. Okay. Okay. Let me delete. They already backed up. Okay. Any file is there now? Any folder is available here or not? Okay. So let me start. Okay. Once again, it's a problem. Cannot specify e-commerce. Cannot find this path. This path is incorrect. They are saying.
yes, most of the time face
No,
this
no, no, no.
type of
Basically,
pop-up.
what happened? It's a backup is created in last time. Okay, let me open a
Okay,
note.
okay, okay.
I think if, but once again, we have to do same activity. It's a backup already created and they are trying once again. Let me check because two backups can't like I save into the same place. Let me check first. This is accessible. Yeah, it's accessible only. No, this is not. In one backup file is there. Oh, two. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Basically, it's a problem. LS and LA. You can see this is a problem here. And I think we are going with a different L backup. Are you able to see? It's a L backup, and we are thinking we are pushing into the LS.
Yes, Priya.
I think, oh my God, once again we have to go. Oh, oh, oh. Let me close. Oh, once again it's a creating problem. I think Vexes we already added. Let me check. It's not a problem. Basically, it's a very easy. You can say, let me check ls in any file, because initially I thought like something. Yeah, it's a full right. It's not a problem. And we have to go with this ls. Let me copy this path. Log shipping. Let me close all the window, because if they are using that will also create. No. Which file path is there? Sorry. Copy into the different drive. G drive we are trying. 25 seconds. Restore standby disconnected. And this should be 25, not it's a 30 seconds. Let me try once again. Okay, you are saying it's a completed one. Yeah. So basically backup initially it's created is it's a problem. Okay. Now, so basically in this case you will get you can say TUF file generated. But normal case you will not get. Okay.
Yes, PM.
So one thing we have to change here, because we have to go for the reverse log shipping.
Mm-hmm.
So in reverse log shipping, okay, no, I will not do something like this. Restore, no recovery, I'm going. Okay. So now your database in restoring state. Okay, 1 second. So basically after 30 seconds, you can see database should be converted into the standby state. Okay, recovery state. So what should be next action? How much time we have? 1 second. Let me go for the log shipping, because they will take some time. So I'm removing first. It's removed. Same process. Let me delete all whatever file they created. And then whatever backup folder is there, let me remove this part also. And we have to go for the restoring state. Okay. Now already tested. So this is a E drive or different drive. LS is a okay. F drive, E drive, F. This is a F drive only. Schedule is second. Go with a 15 second. Okay. Adding a secondary. Okay, generating. Oh, I think it's not removed. I think so. So let me delete for now. Only one step is it's required for the reverse locking, and those point I want to explain. Will not take, we can say, 5-10 minutes. We'll complete those part. It's a very straightforward. Only one five you have to keep in your mind. Oh, Copying now 20 seconds. Restore, sorry, in 25 seconds. I think we are good. Everything is set up.
Yes,
20.
we are.
Okay. Okay. Next, proceed. Now, you know how many jobs created for this log shipping? You know already.
Yes, we are.
So let me go. And now, first step. This is a primary and this is a secondary for me for now, current case.
Mm-hmm.
Next case, like let's suppose tomorrow some issue came and this server like lost due to some issue. So I will make this server as a primary. It means we'll put database into the recovery state, accessible state, and when this server came up, this should be, you can say it's a restoring. Okay. So let me proceed. So what I can do, I have to convert this database into the recovery, you can say full recovery, and this should be recovery state. Restoring should be this database, and accessible should be this step. So what is the next step? You have to start first, you have to disable your backup. Okay. So
Okay.
you have to find your database, and I'm going for the, or you can say reverse. E-commerce, I'm going to search any job are there. So you can say this. This is, first you have to disable this one. Okay.
Okay.
This is completed. And if you can search, here is a copy job. Okay. Copy and restore job and alert job are there.
Yes, we have.
So if you can search those job, basically you have to go with a database name, e-commerce. Oh my God. Commerce. Okay. Let me search this. So you will get, we have a two jobs. Okay. So first you have to stop, disable your copy job. Second, basically you have to check all backup file, copy and restore into the server. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to go for the disable. I already disabled this job. Next step, this database should be in a online state and this should be restoring. So what we can do, I will take a backup of this database. This is a key point to reverse log. I'm taking a backup of database. Sorry, log backup we have to take. Backup log. Okay. This to disk. With okay, compression, I'm not going. It's a small, nothing is there. Only one tables are there. So in a same folder, I'm going to take a backup. Let me go into the F drive, I think so. LS backup is there. So now nothing is there. Okay, once again. If not complete, we'll try to reconnect once again. Yeah.
Okay.
So how much time we have? 5 minutes. Okay, try to complete.
So
So
with
I'm
the same link, I will join.
let me create a 1 second. Let me create a new invitation.
Okay.
I'm stopping my sharing. So just now I share one link.
Yes, we I got it.
So 1 to 1 dice here. Let me try to paste here. Okay. So let's just start sharing once again. Sorry. Okay. So We are going with a transaction log backup. Okay. TRN. And here you have to mention no recovery. Okay. While backing up, we have to put into the no recovery. So basically, these queries will help to convert your database like a online mode to restoring mode. Okay. So take a backup,
Okay.
execute this. Okay. No, back. Okay. In use, basically, I'm using a same database and I'm executing the same command. So let me go with a master. It's not a problem with a master. And I'm going with this operation. Okay. So if you can check here, your database are in restoring state. Whatever backup you created, you have to come here and restore this database, restore database from disk with nothing, because recovery mode basically we want. So if you'll write or not write, that will not create any difference. Yeah. So let me go with a restore. Okay. So this database become a online state. You got my point? Next
Yes, bro.
step, whatever we did for the log shipping setup, once again, you can proceed with this operation, log shipping. You got? So same thing I'm going, and maybe I will create again the same backup. Okay. If we can go like maybe primary server have a different server folder. Okay. So let me check how many you can say file are there. Okay. So I'm going with a primary. Okay. Different because the new primary have a different folder. You know already. So PB backup I'm going because we are not conflicting whatever like a previous setup. We are not touching anything. P backup is there. No, in a different path. P backup is here. Okay, copy this path. Set schedule with a 15-second and okay, add your database. S- Current primary secondary server is this one. Okay, and
Okay.
now your database is synchronized. So nothing to do this something like this. Okay, no, this secondary database already initialized because we already applied log backup with a one full. Yeah, copy activity. I'm going and I'm going to copy into the different folder instead of previous. So backup folder we already use. I'm going to create a new backups. Backup 01. Let's this part. And I'm going to copy into the G drive and changing this to seconds, 20-second only. And restore same process for 25. Okay. And you can go once again for the reconfiguration. It's already done. So now in this server, you will get a copied job. Yeah. If you can
Okay.
search your database, okay, let me copy this because database should be, if you can copy, you'll get how many jobs are there. So one is a backup job, copy and restore another job. Yeah. So this is a disable. Let's suppose tomorrow or day after tomorrow, 1 month, you got to know this server is not available. Like this server is came up. Okay.